So, hello again to our audience on the Brawl website, the Brawl Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and our new YouTube channel. We are going to be doing a lot more of these chats with current guides, former guides, see what they're up to, see what their quarantine life is like, and see what they miss about pub crawls. We're joined today by my good friend Brad,
Hello.
former cast owner and cocktail connoisseur. Do you want to say hello for me, my friend? Tell us what you're up to these days.
Hello, my name's Brad. I'm up to absolutely fuck all. I have played through Skyrim 3 times since this all began. I've drank everything in my house, minus the 50 mils of gin that I need for the drinking this.
Awesome. So, yeah, while we're on that subject, Brad, is this a cocktail you've made yourself, or is this something that you're just going to be winging?
No, I made this myself. So this is a variation on, well, I say I made it myself. 500 people have come up with the idea before I have, but not important. So it's a variation on a smash, on a gin smash. Generally that's done with mint, lemon, sugar, and gin. But it works really well with basil, which I've been growing. So you do 50 mils of gin. Uh, 25 mils of freshly squeezed lime juice. And 20-ish mils of sugar syrup. It's just nothing more simple, just sugar and water in equal parts. Then about some basil leaves, just some.
Some. I like that measurement, some.
Yeah. Clap to release the flavor. Never made a cocktail sitting down. This is really confusing to me.
Well, you did a great job. There you go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it down. Shake it off. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the head is gonna hey, 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 hey.
Oh, I put that on way too tight.
Fan. Come on, you can do this. Don't make a mess. Oh, you're wearing trousers. I like it.
Yep, I thought I'd try it out.
There you go. Use those strong arms of yours.
I've been exercising every day and I still can't open my fucking shakers. Right. And then that is what we call dirty poured into your glass.
Oh, looks great.
And garnish with a sprig of basil. Stir and a straw.
There you go.
It's a gin basil smash.
Gin Slan Chava. There you go. Well, I'm on the wine. This is a Spanish wine from Spain. And all I know is it's 13.5%, which is great.
Yaldi. Fucking Yaldi.
So tell us about your quarantine experience. How's things? How are you doing? Is everybody safe in your end?
It's been a weird one. Obviously, because I work quite a lot. I work 2 jobs, the pub crawl and a bar job in the West End of Edinburgh, which is great fun. Really enjoy it, but I don't really get that much time off. And now I've got nothing but time off.
Yeah. So how is it a blessing or is it?
It isn't. It isn't. Obviously, I've got a lot more time to do my own thing. I've gotten back into exercise, back into yoga, back into not drinking every day. It's cool. But also, it gets a bit boring doing things that you're supposed to do day in, day out.
Yeah, that's
I want to do something dumb for once.
The responsibility side of things is what's not doing very well for me. I'm not really handling being a responsible person with all this time off. I mean, I've been enjoying Netflix. Netflix is great. I binge watched every Hannibal Lecter movie, and then I just go into the Hannibal TV series. I finished that. Rewatching Big Mouth. Love Big Mouth. Big shout out to the Big Mouth people. Very big fan. I was told when I found out that the theme tune was an Ozzy Osbourne track. I did not know that.
Is it?
Changes by Black. Yeah. You're a god. Fucking know that shit.
Makes sense. I watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Okay.
Lock and Key. Fuck. What was that fucking thing I was watching? Devilman Crybaby. That fuck. No, it's so confusing. Raj fucking anime shit full of weird porn, and I'm not selling it well. Don't watch it.
Look, there's some now that's going, that sounds like a fucking shout, by the way.
Yeah, we've just found someone's favorite show. It's not mine.
Well, there it is. I didn't like Hannibal, the TV series, very much. It kind of bothered me. Every 5 minutes, there was some artsy shot of a drip of blood landing, and it just, I don't know, I was the murder. That's what I'm here for. I want to see someone ripping someone's face off and then eating it. That's why I'm here for the Hannibal shit. So there.
Exactly.
You've got grooming changes, I see. You've got a scroll haircut to the side of your head. Show us that. Show us that off. Looks awesome.
Yep, so I've got both sides of my head shaved now. I've got new finger tattoos. And I got a cute little ankle tattoo.
Nice. Looking squish as always, my friend. I decided to go with shaving my face. Not a big fan of it.
Yep, noticed that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It was a sort of impulse thing. I was trimming, and then I thought, fuck it. It's Britney Spears, the whole thing, and whip it off. And yeah, it's a decision I thoroughly regret. And it makes my face look more like a full circle. And plus, you can see a whole lot more of a double chin.
So this came about because my phone died, and
Brilliant reason.
I had a really shit charger in the living room, but it was still a charger, and I was waiting for it to charge, and it was taking fucking ever. I just kind of stopped. I was like, I'm gonna go shave my head. It's gotta happen. Like, so I did one side on like the second week, and I did the other side last week. Then I trimmed all the top all short, shortish, like 2 days ago. I'm gonna try and come out of this with some hair, but it's not looking likely so far.
And when I posted a picture of beard hair, my beard shave on Facebook, people had commented that I should trim the hair, I should cut the hair, and that's just never happening. I don't know why I'm so attached to it. I guess it took me 3 years to fucking grow the bastard. So, you know, they grow back in a matter of weeks or months, like, you know.
Yeah.
But my hair on my head is a long time coming. So yeah. So what about your family? Everybody safe on your end? Family all okay?
Yeah, we're all doing good. My mum is a small business owner, so she's not getting any furlough payments, obviously. But she's managed to get some like support and stuff like that, and she's got enough money, so it's doing well. Yeah. Other than that, same kind of things. My aunt's not being able to work. Obviously, she's a school teacher, so she's waiting on money. I feel like I'm one of the few people who wait, no, that's not my word. Sorry, this is kicking my ass. I haven't drank much recently.
But it's a good cocktail. That's all the success that you want out of a cocktail.
It's a good drink, man. Yeah, no, everybody on my family end is doing pretty well. We're just all fucking bored. Like, we're not indoor cats. Which, speaking of,
Oh, is there Kitty here?
here he is.
Oh, hey. Who's this one?
This is Loki.
Loki. I have a little Loki as well, but I love him. Is that a patch on his head? What's on the...
Yeah, he went and got his face all cut up because he's a fucking idiot. So we had to take him to the vet during quarantine, which was awesome fun. Loved that. And then they shaved a wee bit of his face, and we had to keep putting cream on it.
Well, there you go. Oh, Bryce here. Hello.
Justin says hello.
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 Well, there we are. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like you're keeping busy. Are you doing anything creative with your time, or are you just making up cocktails?
Trying to learn guitar again.
There you go.
Have I done anything else creative?
Your hair.
Nah, we
Right.
Yeah.
No, okay, well, that's fine. Listen, I mean, I think there's a lot of pressure on people to do something creative or to do some challenges during this time, and I think at the same time, it's totally okay to ride this thing in your underpants and just watch Netflix the whole time. I think whatever we're doing to kind of get by and cope, I think is absolutely fine. So don't put too much pressure on yourself, mate. So first of all, while we're here, cheers, my friends. I miss you thoroughly. It's nice we can meet like this. So yeah, you've obviously been keeping busy. But pub crawl wise, what do you miss? Did you miss the pub crawl? What do you miss about it?
I miss meeting new people. I don't know. Obviously, like I've got my partner at home and I've got my cats, so not exactly starved of attention. But I don't know. It's nice meeting people from different experience points and seeing someone new in each night, kind of thing. Yeah.
It's yeah. As I've been chatting, getting to know people and what their experiences are during this time, I think a lot of people are craving that whole thing about meeting new people and being able. I'm just hugging people, you know. I'm a hugger, and you know, I want to hug people again, you know. It's nice coming out at 8 o'clock to clap with my neighbours. I do enjoy that. That's kind of nice, just to give them a wee wave.
I keep forgetting that's happening and getting the fucking fright of my life. It's horrible. I don't like it.
Maybe it's perhaps a bit of an overshare on a live stream that will be shared over multiple platforms. But I was halfway through a wank the first time the 8 o'clock clapping went on, and it helped. It helped the whole process go by. I felt like everyone was cheering me on. Normally, I feel a lot of shame and regret and self-hatred, but you know, it felt nice to have the support during that time, you know. How's your masturbation going during your quarantine?
I'm sorry, do people pay £12 for this?
Well, look, the chat is always been interesting. I think top notch, but I guess I might be biased on that one. But there it is. Well, listen, I mean, it's been a weird experience. But what are you keeping in touch with people regularly? Are you getting out for your walks?
Yeah, I'm getting out for a walk near enough every day, or sometimes a jog if I've got the energy. Yeah, just keeping in touch with people ish. Not really. I'm very bad at responding to people online. I'm more face to face. It's better. But I'm trying.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things. I mean, you and I both live in a similar area in Edinburgh. We're both Leithers, and some of the young team's going to come back and egg my window for not doing it, but there it is. But yeah, I noticed when I went. I live right by the water of Leith. As you know, you were a flatmate in this place before. Oh, yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah, I walked up by the water of Leith and I saw all these little messages. People that obviously for the kids had been doing little drawings and stuff, and rather than just put them on the fridge, they thumbtacked them to trees. Oh, yeah. So when you tree along the water of Leith, you got messages. I think one of the kids was called Lucian, so shout out to Lucian. I loved your drawings; they were awesome. Yeah. And yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. It's quite sweet, and a lot of them are saying thank you to sort of key workers in the NHS, and thank you to all the people that are staying at home and all that kind of stuff. I mean, are you following the daily briefings by our government, or are you just keeping that?
No.
No.
Blissfully ignorant, I think, is the word that people prefer to use. I just used ignoring things.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much fake shit going around, especially with the internet. You just get random crap of people saying, "Oh, the coronavirus pandemic and this, that, and the other." And I don't know what's real and what's fake, so I just ignore it all. At some point, they'll tell me that it's over, and I can just go back to work, and that'll be cool.
We had a close family friend message me on Facebook Messenger at like 3 a.m. I think I'd post something about how the 5G thing was a little bit funny to me. I just thought the whole thing was a bit amusing and not to be taken too seriously.
Okay. I thought you meant it was a conspiracy. I was like, no.
But so, it's just amusing. It's not a serious thing. And this dude, a family friend, he was like my mum's friend's son. He messaged me at like stupid o'clock in the morning saying, 5G's a problem, dude. And I was like, whoa, like, here we go. Here it is. And I think I messaged my mum to say, look, if there's any more family hangouts with his side of the family and my side of the family, I'm not fucking going. Because I'm not going to be polite. I'm not going to be able to keep my opinions that this man's a fuckwit to myself. So there it is. I believe the 5G conspiracy. I'm sorry I've offended you. But yeah, tinfoil hats do help the coronavirus. They are as effective as social distancing, I believe.
The 5G conspiracy is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my entire life. Especially because everybody that has an argument for it being true has a different thing that they say about it. Like, someone was like, it's supposed to make you gay. Someone said it's... No, that's not a joke.
I mean, it's funny because it's terrible and so stupid.
There was this dude who he lived beside a park, and this tree had gotten struck by lightning, and he was filming it, and it was near to a lamppost, and he was saying that the lamppost was a 5G repeater, and that was why one side of the tree was all fucked up. And it really hurt to watch, you know?
It is. I mean, you said it's one of the weirdest things you ever heard, but it can't be worse than flat Earth.
I can understand where flat earthers are coming from. They're also idiots.
Where the chat gets, and tell me why flat Earth is interesting.
Because you can understand it from a certain viewpoint. Like, there's an idea that people used to think the Earth was flat, and some people might just sort of take up on that. There's never been a prevailing ideology that 5G turns you into a frog or something. But people will believe it the second that you put it on Twitter. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I take issue with it.
Are very contrarian. I think they like believing that if everyone believes one thing, if there's a consensus on one thing, that perhaps believing the opposite makes you interesting or works as that means you're not a sheep in some way, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't buy that. I think consensus is overwhelming belief that it might be true, but I think we're getting into rather serious topics. You want to tell us what you miss about pub crawls? I know you said you miss meeting people, but there's got to be some stories you're willing to share us about pub crawl banter. You and I have done, we must have done hundreds of these things by now over the years. What do you miss?
More or less every weekend.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy? Remember the squatty guy?
Oh, yes.
That was
for context, just for everyone watching. Brad and I did a pub crawl where I think we were overrun. We were exhausted, weren't we? And weeks and weeks and weeks on the trot during the festival, and we were exhausted. we managed to just show up to work one night, and there were hundreds of people there. All the staff. We have the Royal Military Tattoo every year, and one of the dudes ended up being a bit creepy with some of the girls. Some of the girls had come up and said, we don't really feel safe around this guy, so we decided to hand it like we always do, and nip it in the bud, get rid of the guy who is making people feel comfortable and makes sense. And so we asked him to go. We asked why. I shot him straight. I said, you're making some of the girls feel uncomfortable with some of your remarks and some of your wandering hands, and I think it's time you leave. Brad and I didn't know that the man was a soldier, and he came charging at us rather fast and loose and ready to murder. And Brad and I were so exhausted and so drained that we kind of saw the whole thing in slow motion, and it was probably one of the most badass moments of both our lives, that a soldier with killing intent coming to hurt us because he didn't like what we were saying, charged at us, and the two of us just sat there, never flinched, just looked them straight in the eye. And it was more to do with being exhausted and slightly tipsy, but than it was to do with badasses. But certainly I felt like a badass. I don't know about you.
Call us if you need bodyguards.
Oh, Brad's disappeared. We miss him. Is he getting more basil? I think he's making another cocktail and he's getting more basil. Is that what's happening?
I was making one for Mary.
Oh, nice one. Okay, cool. So, I mean, it seems like you're keeping busy, you're keeping chatty, you're doing all kinds of good stuff. You're not alone as well. You've got your cats, you've got your partner. That's awesome. I, unfortunately, am here alone. I've got this little guy. He didn't like being picked up today. There he is. This is Oakley. I just dropped my risk set. There he is. Hi, buddy. He is
terrified of everything all the time.
Yeah, but he's also just a bit stupid, and we love him. We love him for his stupidity.
Mary's coming to see Oakley. Hang on.
Here he is.
He looked less terrified than when you first brought him.
I think there's a lot more going around. He's definitely chilled out.
Mm. Look at his eyes.
He's still cute.
Oh, he's got the eyes of the world. Oh, right, there you go. Barking at them as I go by like a dog, and I think it's probably a lot to do with my mental health and staying in a house alone with two cats.
Hey, yo, you said it.
I'm I'm here alone with two cats, and I've been alone for 5 weeks now. It's not great. But yeah, no, I mean, certainly I miss all my friends, you particularly. It's a difficult time. We're obviously getting through it as best we can. We've got something to look forward to when we come back as well. But yeah, obviously we're going to be doing more of these chats in the future. We're going to be getting more guides involved. We'll be chatting to some of the previous guides, so we'll be getting in touch. Remember Matt?
Yes!
Matt. Oh, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, so am I.
Before your time, we had Kim as well, so we're going to get in touch with her as well. We're going to be getting in touch with all kinds of people from the pub crawl history as well. So we look forward to chatting to them. I want to do another one of these with you in the future. Would you be up for that?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, while we're here, I'll do one last little mention. I'll mention that we have on our website, edinburghpubcrawl.com, you can find vouchers on the website where you can book a pub crawl. And when you book it, it's valid from 6 months from the date that you book it. And you get, you just have to mention to us when you're coming, and it gets you on a pub crawl. It's a nice way of supporting our business during this time, a small business. And as we mentioned before, we'll be giving a vast amount of that, 40%, to our staff as well. So Brad, I think, will be benefiting from that, so he can get some more gin for his house and maybe get some cat food as well. So yeah, we'll look forward to chatting to you in the future. You got anything more you want to say before we go?
No, keep supporting small businesses and keep supporting us so that we can drink with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay safe, wash your hands, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Yeah, good chat to you, Brad. I love you. I miss you, buddy. And
Have a good
talk
one.
soon. Cool.